Hey everybody, how's it? What's going on? This is Jeebs here at the RP Jeebs Music Arcade. I had such a good time last week on Twitch. I played Little Nightmares, and I had a blast. I really had a blast. I thought it was going to be a little more jump scary, and I had some of my moments there. But obviously, just getting through, I guess, boss fights. It wasn't much of a fight as much as it always was running away from something trying to eat you. But I had a great time. I finished it and stuff, and I just crazy. And so now here we're going to be doing some Assassin's Creed. But before I do, I did mention Twitch, and also that link will be down below. See, Sundays and Mondays usually, like later on today. And then I also have, if you don't like Twitch, you're not down for Twitch, I have a YouTube channel that are just the Twitch VODs that I save and pop up, and that link's going to be down below. So. Oh, by the way, headsets. I have had a few people ask about the headsets. AKG 240s, links are down below. So this is Daughter of No One from Assassin's Creed Mirage. I guess there's a few iterations of Assassin's Creed. I've never played it, so there's a couple games out. And somebody from Patreon, yet another place where you can support me, suggested this one. So let's do this. All right. That was a trip. I love that hybrid use. Okay, but before we get too far out here, I love this kind of Arabic infusion. And I don't know if that's the theme of all the music throughout. It sounds like it should be. I've never played Assassin's Creed, so I don't know. But by the looks of the imagery, and I think I've done one or two other Assassin's Creed, it is very desert-oriented in gameplay and in the way that the game looks. That being said, one of the things about this particular composition that's pulling me in is the dynamic aspect of, at least in the first minute and a half, of the heavy push of the strings. So dynamically, starting off low, and that creates this kind of tug-of-war, mystic kind of pull in your soul. So you have the beautiful vocals that are just kind of mystically, with the melody that's being sung, kind of taking you on this journey. But the breathing and the pushing of those strings coming in and out by volume, which is dynamics, is what kind of gives you that surge of like, you know, we're moving forward, we're not, we're coming through. Then there are these really super cool little flares of hybrid uses. You saw me react to one of them, which is soundscape. You know, be it even if they're percussively in tempo, unique little accents like that. But the composition kind of gives me right now this kind of like, kind of a call to what is this? It gives me the vibe of kind of a call to release something dark and heavy but to move forward at the same time. And then we get into the more, now we got into the more powerful aspect of it in the last few seconds. So that's where my mind automatically gave way to kind of like running through a desert or something of that nature with a grand, view of some sorts and stuff, like running from the past kind of vibe. But I don't know, that's because I don't play the game or anything. I just have to listen to the music and let the theater of the mind do the thing. Even that power breathing in and out. Ooh, jeez. Gave me a little chicken skin. That was unique. Ooh, nice. Little EDM pump there. Okay, this is badass. Oh, bummer. That was it. That whole pump of that EDM section could have gone on. You guys could probably agree with me for a much longer time. But this is that thing I was talking about earlier on how the dynamics of the composition is what keeps me pulled in, and because I don't know the story, it at least makes me feel. And just by looking at the title, maybe it's an ode or it's somebody claiming in a very vitriolic, kind of aria kind of way from Games of Thrones that I have no name. But that being said, even when the power lit up a little bit, like when I came back in, so now we're getting a little more aggressive with the arrangement and stuff, a little more powerful. Like I said, it's like a horse running through a desert or something. Even that had the dynamics of bringing it loud, and so the composer stayed to that kind of vibe until he introduced that whole EDM section. Or she, I'm sorry, I don't know who the composer is. Either way, the composer introduces that EDM section with that sub-bass pounding, and then a little bit of the percussive, kind of your like go-to EDM rhythmical patterns. And then at that point, the dynamics of the breathing strings and that whole thing ceased, and the composer kept the strings and the arrangements kind of on full flood. So there wasn't any of the, it became a whole different beast. It became a lot more, I guess maybe in the game or something like this, at that point, maybe the character or the next establishing scene might be something like looking at a beyond horizon or something like that, and kind of somewhat of a celebration of a release or something. But this was a great track. I could have gone another minute at least with that whole EDM section at the end. But anyhow, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Still coming to the channel and watching the videos. Reaction channels are kind of dying off a little bit, but I do it because I just love to do it because I'm old and I got nothing else better to do. Except maybe talk to turtles and do some surfing. Once again, all the links for the Twitch, the headsets, cup of coffee, or the supers are even down there if you want to support me. Patreon, I got them all. They're all down below. You guys take care. Have a killer day. All right.